settle for the details now. The rise in fuel price has led to an increase in the cost of goods and services. In Kumasi, some commercial drivers are compelled to buy the commodity on credit. In today's episode on Livingstone series, Love FM's Emmanuel Bright Kweku engaged some trotro drivers and mates on how they are coping.
I'm using all our money to buy fuel.
Me free fuel and the able to came now.
And this time the job on Kenya Biniati.
The increased value of fuel on the market adversely affects people's livelihoods. Anoche, a commercial trotro driver at Eija, is worried about the rising and instability in fuel prices. He's among some drivers buying fuel on credit.
Sisi me chufu enina manasa ama anopei me se me kwaku madam fu ba ko ba me wo se ono kan le fu esem se oni fu we wo de kem na me se me kura no me kwaku free fu e na de egu me kem na e free wo chena ko na sis na me nya na me de atogu ve fu e na wo kan no mu.
My fuel is finished. A friend told me this morning I can visit a fuel station to buy on credit.
Now, when the credit to so 5 cities, we be tired of the 5 cities either. I can't fool a seminal dear, a higher papa.
I'm 1.5 in Kodidi, none of the end yet.
And it's only
it's a car sale.
Oh, yes, Canada, I massa.
It's a poor crowd, this guy now upon meetings.
I don't know how many for Kazan we are. Like somebody will be sitting down and think we are acting or something like that. But there's a rating.
Nina,
oh, by Jima, you see, this is all of these things. Sometimes you cannot eat twice.
That's Asari, also a commercial driver, whose friend just requested some cash from him for food. His vehicle now consumes more fuel than his body does. Asari says the increased prices have forced him to cut down his spending on food.
Myself, I eat twice a day because you can't buy them all. You're going to take breakfast, lunch, and then the supper. It's being very difficult for us. It's very.
You skip lunch.
Yes. You need to skip lunch so that sometimes you provide for those who also need. Yes. You will be even feeling tired. You work from, let's say, maybe early in the morning, 8 o'clock a.m. You've gotten some small porridge inside. So that one you will be feeling okay. So maybe when you get to in the afternoon, like from 11, 12, going at that time, you feel very tired because there is no food in the stomach. You get it, and you need to wait maybe from 3, 4 days before you can get something to eat so that you can take it for tomorrow. That is how it was. You'll be going for this trip and you'll be coming empty. Because
Asari plans to quit the job he loves and feeds him.
You work and you won't get anything. Now we are working. It's look like we are working for the car owners and then government, because the fuel prices is for those. So we work and you use the money to go and buy fuel. You work and you go and pay car owner, and that is all. What are you earning? So if you get something better to do, like quitting the business, quitting this driving work and get something like we are just working on it, because we can't stay here and all the time using all our money to buy fuel. I want to just get more, knowledge on both of that.
The 33-year-old says he's of age to get married, but he cannot afford a wedding ring.
Look at my age. I'm not even married, so I don't have family. So when am I going to get money to mobilize money to get family, and then I'm going to even give birth so that my kids will come and take care of me? At my age, I'm not a small boy.
Angela and Priscilla are two ladies working as bus conductors, popularly known as trotro mates, at Tech Junction. Priscilla, a senior high school graduate, worked as a teacher before venturing the transport business. She earned more in the past, but not now.
Times in a day.
Okay, 8 times.
8 times in a day.
Yeah.
But before, how much did you get? From the 8 trips you were going? How much were you getting?
Almost 80 cedis, 70 cedis. But now, because of the fuel, we don't earn anything. We only get 10 cedis, 10 cedis, 15, 20.
Angela's situation is no different.
We now pay more at the fuel stations. We don't get enough commission nowadays.
When their masters do not earn enough, these mates are disadvantaged in earning extra.
Bese si adrawa for no kwesi kan kwa moje no kwenso mo na ebe no hu se wo meti ni wi hu se obewi ano enti this time na twobo no kanya bi ni ate esi e kon rof enya bi kura ni ate.
Our masters aren't getting enough now, so we can't even take extra cash.
Mate business that we do, money is the inside. But right there is now the Charlie. They move us far. See, you can finish work for a day, you can get like 80 cedis. Me, I calculate a week, A week, if I calculate say every day, I can get 70 baht. But for let's say from Monday to Sunday, I can calculate, I can get like 700 cedis. But I can get like 700 cedis. But as I check right there, now you go get 30 cedis. Like you know if you make budget for yourself.
When next you join a public transport and see a trotro mate aggressively demanding the additional coins from you, the reason may not be far-fetched.
23 children have been rescued from the Volta Lake. The rescued children, 17 boys and 6 girls, are aged between 6 and 16 years. Challenging Heights, an NGO that led the rescue operation, says the children who work day and night on the Volta Lake have been sexually abused and suffering from one disease or the other. At a news conference at Winneba in the Central Region, CEO of Challenging Heights, James Kofi Annan, called on the Ghana Police Service to help arrest the perpetrators and also called on government to fashion ways to put a halt on the abuse of Ghanaian children. Richard Kujanyako has more.
The children were rescued in 15 different villages along Lake Volta. This is our first rescue operation this year, 2022. And we want to thank the security agencies as well as the Department of Social Welfare for their leadership and commitment to the fight against child trafficking in Ghana.
The Chief Executive Officer of Challenging Heights, James Kofi Annan, giving details about the rescue operations carried out on the Volta Lake.
We faced a lot of opposition during the rescue process, but bringing them freedom is what has brought us joy. Unfortunately, traffickers are these days have become emboldened, making rescues too daunting. There have been several times in the past that we had to flee some communities, resulting in traffickers fleeing with the victims, thereby losing those children permanently.
The rescue operations bring to the total number of children rescued on the Volta Lake to nearly 1,700 in the 17 years existence of the NGO. He reveals it took the organization 3 months to conduct its investigations and searches in order to rescue these trafficked children.
Please note that all these 23 children we have rescued were working on Lake Volta. The girls being used as domestics and sexually abused, while the boys were used for fishing. And we have some of the girls also being used for fishing. They all endured various abuses, such as working an average of 15 hours a day, and sometimes nights, mental and physical torture, and starvation. Every one of the 23 children is suffering from one disease or the other. And as you can see, we'll be showing you some of the pictures, including bilharzia, hepatitis B, syphilis, skin diseases, ear and foot rot, and so on. None of those children we have rescued was going to school.
Researchers estimate that traffickers make over $150 billion annually. It is also estimated that there are over 20,000 children that are victims of slave labor on the Volta Lake alone, according to the International Labour Organization. Mr. Kofi Annan wants government to resource the security agencies adequately.
We want to call on government to pay additional attention. The security agencies are doing their bit, especially the Ghana Police, the Navy, the social welfare. They are doing their best, and as I said, we commend them for their effort. But they need resources to be able to undertake this work and undertake it well.
The children, according to Mr. Kofi Annan, would be rehabilitated, resourced, and reintegrated. Reporting for Joy News, Richard Kwejunyako, Winneba.
Let's do other stories now, because one of the problems faced by cerebral palsy patients is their inability to sit correctly. Their sitting posture worsens when they are forced to take up ordinary furniture, particularly in a school setting. Fortunately, the Ghana Education Service is partnering Multi-Kids Africa to correct the situation by constructing innovative furniture for these students. On Tech Thursday today, Love FM's Kwesi Deborah visits Live Community Vocational School in the Ashanti region to find out how it is benefiting special students.
We have students with cerebral palsy. They find it difficult coping in the classroom. More importantly, looking at their posture, they are not able to feel comfortable. They don't feel comfortable in the seats that the regular students do use. In collaboration with Multi-Kids Africa, they brought some English instructors to come and teach teachers in special education to produce these special seats for students who have cerebral palsy. And this seat is designed in such a way that we take the measurement of the students. We have several measurements that we take. We take the width, the shoulder, in such a way that at the end of the day, when you finish producing the seat, it will be fit for that single individual. This chair is made of paper, 100% paper, and the brown cutting paper and also old newspapers. We have the size. This is the size, and this is tray that the student uses as table. And we have the back part. That is where the student rests. Normally when she sits on the ordinary chair, it's only the tip of the toe that touches the ground. But the wedge is produced in such a way that she'll be able to rest her whole foot on the ground so that she will feel comfortable. Okay. Keep it so under the direct. So had it not been the wedge, it's only the toes that would be resting on the floor. And you see that now, because this is resting, you have the 90 over here, and she sits straight. That is why we do not use the seat belt. So It means, and that is what he seeks to achieve. And when you get that too, it means the fellow should be comfortable, and the hand too. It shouldn't be this way. You have to rest it on the tree. So this is her working board.